Alright farmers, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to take a look at the fact sheets that Giants have released, the 8th set of fact sheets, and we'll see what's coming out. Okay, first up we've got the Grime Rexor 6300 Platinum. It's a sugar beet harvester, 471,500 to buy. It's got 653 horsepower. It's got the CVT gearbox, 1300 litre fuel tank with a 95 litre def tank. It will run at 40 kilometers an hour or 24 mile an hour. It's got a 45,000 litre grain tank, beet tank, whatever you want to call it. 34.1 tonne in weight, and that will take sugar beet. Now obviously sugar beet's been in the game for a while, so this shouldn't really be a surprise to anybody that they've got these in 22. But you know, it's always good to let people know what's coming out. I think what we've had before is different brands, so I don't think we've had a Grime one before, not in the base game at least. There may be a mod out, but I don't know. There probably is. I could be wrong. Okay, and on the front of that we've got the Bergman RRW 500. On the front of that, behind that, sorry, the Auger Wagon, 137,500 to buy. That requires 300 horsepower to run. It's got a 50.7 thousand litre capacity, 13.6 tons, and that will only take sugar beet. So this is going to be a specific trailer or a specific auger wagon for your sugar beet. Now I know other standard trailers may take sugar beet, but the auger wagons in general, in real life, they're used on the field. So when you come up with a trailer, you know, if you got it on the back of a tractor, or you got it on the back of a lorry or a truck, whatever you call it, from whatever country you're in, you know, they generally have better off-road tyres, shall we say, so they don't sink to the ground as much. So what you'll have your grime harvester, unload it into the auger wagon, take it to the side of the field, unload it into a normal trailer. Very nice addition to the game. Secondly, we've got a potato harvester from Grime, the Evo 290. Now it's 205 grand to buy, 200 horsepower engine. It's got a 10,000 litre capacity, 12.5 tons. It's got a working width of 1.8 meters, and it will work at 10 kilometers an hour or 6 mile an hour, and that will only do potatoes. Now looking at the screen, although it's a bit obscured by the auger wagon in front of it, this is a trailed harvester. So you hook it up to the back of your tractor rather than having a standalone harvester like in the previous photo, although this one is for potatoes and the other one was for sugar beet. Yeah, you have this as an extra implement, so it's going to be cheaper to buy in the first place. Obviously less engine wear, no, more engine wear on your tractor I suppose, but then less equipment to buy in the first place. Very nice. And then in front of that we got the Hoare, or yeah, I'll say that's Hoare, KUW 2000 auger wagon, 125 grand to buy, requires 240 horsepower to run. It's got 24,000 litre capacity, 8.9 tonne weight, and this will only do potatoes. So like the previous one we've seen, we've got two auger wagons for specific crops. Like I said before, you know, you unload into this then goes to the side of the field, unloads into a standard trailer, or if you haven't got a standard trailer, you could just go and take this to a sell point. Excellent. Third one we've got today is a potato harvester, but a self-propelled one. This is from Grime as well. It's the Ventor 4150. It will cost you 599,000 to buy, 530 horsepower. It's got the CVT gearbox, 750 litre fuel tank, 40 litre def tank. It will run at 25 kilometre or 15 mile an hour. It's got a 22,500 litre capacity. It weighs 30.1 tonnes, and when it's working, when it's harvesting, it will run at 10 kilometre or 6 mile an hour. And obviously, as a potato harvester, it's only going to do potatoes. What that doesn't say on there is the working width of the header. Saying that, it didn't say the working width on the sugar beet header either, which is interesting. I mean, if they're like the ones we've had in the game so far, they're normally 6 metre headers. I can only assume it's going to be the same sort of thing. Another thing to add into the mix, you want to do a bit of root crop rather than the standard crops, carry on. Obviously you get a lot of products off of these sort of harvests. Entirely up to you. However you play the game, you play it how you want to. Very good. Last one for today, got the big boy. New Holland T9 series. Now we've had these articulated tractors in the game for a while. We've had the ones from Case. Obviously we had the one from John Deere as a download on the Borgman pack in 19. But this is coming to the base game from New Holland, the T9. 419,000 to buy. 517 to 682 horsepower on the engine options. It's got the CVT and the power shift gearbox. Like I said before, I don't know if that's going to be an option to buy or whether it's just the standard thing. It's got 1162 litre fuel tank, 159 litre def tank, and it will run normal at 30 kilometre or 18 mile an hour, weighs 22.1 tonne. Now, some people don't like the articulated ones, they move around too much, messes with your camera ankles or whatever. But when you've got big fields, when you've got big implements on the back, you're going to need something with big power. And these are big tractors. So if that's what you're doing, if you're on a massive map, you're going to have to get one of these. And that looks ace. It really does look ace. I do like the look of these tractors. Brilliant. Now on the back of that, we've got the Kins, or Kinsey, however you pronounce that, Mac Till 412. This is a disc harrow, 108,000 to buy, requires 615 horsepower to run, weighs 14.5 tonne, it's got a working width of 12 metres and a working speed of 18 kilometre or 11 mile an hour. Now, as I said, you got the big implements on the back, you've got massive fields, this works at 12 metres, requires 615 horsepower. Now, that's a huge power requirement, so you're going to need one of these big tractors to pull it. If you've got a massive field, you're not going to be wanting to do a disc harrowing or planting or cultivating or whatever job you're doing with like a 6 metre one. It's going to take you forever, or even smaller. It'll take you forever. So if you've got big stuff, these pair together, going to smash through them jobs, no problem. A nice few bunch of equipment to come out. I'm going to pop up the icon screens as usual in these videos, just so you can get your head around everything. There is some new ones that have come out, so just give yourself a refresher before the game comes out. Having said that, you can still pre-order the game. If you do get the pre-order, you'll get the Class Zarion Saddle Track pack as a bonus. So you get the tractor and the sprayer on the back, so that's always good, a little bonus. You can also pre-order the game with the Year 1 Season Pass. If you get that as one package, it'll be cheaper overall than buying the individual DLCs when they come out. Again, entirely up to you. If you want to wait for each individual one, you might not like it. You might not like the first one or the second one or whatever. Entirely up to you. That's ready for the pre-order. And just to remind you, it's coming out on the 22nd of November, so not that long to go, just over a month. It's coming out on the PS4, the PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PC and Google Stadia. Now that's it for these fact sheets for today. If you like the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more content from us, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one.